Yeah, it's a great Christmas. So I'm glad to hear that the gifts were flowing. Jordan, I hope the nog was flowing as well.
Oh, my God. Do not get me started on what I had to do to get eggnog on Christmas Eve.
Ooh. Oh.
I have a story if you want it. I just don't know if you want it.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Dude, all right, so I go to I order HEB curbside because I'm like, all right, I got to get some eggnog. Mind you, I've been looking for like 3 days. Every time I go into fucking HEB, it's all gone.
Really?
All of it. All
really?
of it. Eggnog, hot commodity. Okay.
You should have. Wait. You weren't stocked up like a month ago? That's a pretty rookie.
It goes bad quick.
Move.
It goes bad quick, so you can't like stock it up too much, okay?
Clearly, Devin doesn't buy.
He doesn't get it.
buy.
Yeah, he doesn't.
What are you doing? Freeze it? Just freeze it.
What? You don't fucking freeze eggnog. What are you gonna do?
What are you kidding me? You can totally
some
freeze
fucking
eggnog.
eggnog. Dude, I don't think.
Yeah. You can freeze eggnog.
When's the last time you had some eggnog?
It wasn't this last year.
Yeah,
shocker.
Surprise. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, let me continue my story before the expert interrupts me again.
Let the professionals handle this one.
I'm sorry. I gotta split on that one. You can't freeze eggnog.
Fuck
that's
no, dude.
That's preposterous.
Do you freeze?
First off,
do you freeze milk?
There are things you can
yes.
do.
Ew.
Yes, you can. You can freeze milk.
There are things you should do.
I said do you.
I would say there are things you should do,
No.
and there are things you can do. You should not freeze eggnog. All right. Like,
let's be clear.
This isn't like the apocalypse, Devin. You can go get eggnog readily. Well, apparently not actually. So
challenging.
Yeah.
So I've been looking to get some.
That's what I was saying. You should have had it. You should have had eggnog. You should have had enough eggnog to last you to 2050. What if some shit goes down? You don't have eggnog?
I
for
just
next
came
Christmas?
across a new recipe on how to cook eggnog in your coffee maker.
Oh.
I will send it to you later if you want.
Do you own a coffee maker? Like
no, but other people do.
Okay.
And I can figure it out.
Okay.
Listen, coffee's gross.
I'll stop talking.
Thank
Jordan,
goodness.
tell your story.
Okay, my God. All right, so I'm like I've been looking for it for days because I'm running. I have a half gallon and I'm running low, and I'm like I need some, and I have to buy some at the latest possible point because they stopped selling it after Christmas. You basically cannot buy it. And particularly the brand I need HEB brand. It is by far the best one.
Yeah.
By far. If you don't live in Texas.
Even the light eggnog is fucking bomb as shit from HEB.
Correct. Now, we don't get that shit, but we will if the other one's gone.
Push comes to shove.
Push comes to shove.
We're getting it.
But we're not getting Borden. We're not getting Southern Comfort. No massive hate towards those people. They're just not as good as the HEB
Just keep your
brand.
shit off our shelves.
Yeah, thank you. So I've been looking for days, and I'm like, I got to get some. They're going to stop selling it. I need to get a little bit so I can get some into the new year, at least a little bit, right? Make it last. So I'm like, all right, on Saturday, which is the 23rd, okay, I go, and I'm like, okay, I got to find some eggnog today.
Mm-hmm.
I go online. I'm like, oh, shit, they got some in the store. I'm going to order some curbside. Let's go. I didn't want to pay a ton of I don't want to pay a ton of fees, okay, to get it super super early or
naturally.
Like and I also didn't want to miss out. So I go on to the curbside, I look it up, and I also had some shit to do. That was a part of it too. I didn't want to go get it right now. I was like, let me get it.
It's curbside for a reason.
Let me set the wheels in motion.
Yeah, at my convenience. Thank you.
Correct, right? So I set it for like 5:30, right? But before I set it for 5:30, I see that they have it in store. I call the curbside. Okay,
that's so funny, dude.
I call the curbside. I say, listen, I'm going to put in an order for some eggnog. Do you have any eggnog? She's like, yeah, we got some eggnog. I'm like, great. It sells out. Please, I'm going to put the order in right now. Can you please, like, it's not going to be till later, though, like in the evening. And she's like, no, yeah, I'm here all night. I'm like, that's cool. But I need you to, can you go get the eggnog now? And she's like, listen, I'm going to be the one. I'll do your order. Don't worry. And I'm like, okay, that's great. But I need you to go get it.
Yeah.
I'm going to put the order in right now. Can you like go get it? She's like, I'm going to get it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, no, I don't think you're getting this. Like,
That's
I didn't want to ask her like a fourth time. I felt like it was going to be condescending because I was saying the same fucking thing over and over again.
Let me see it.
I'm putting the order in right now. I just need you to go get it right now. She's like, I got you. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I'm like, that sounds like she's got it. So 5:30, I end up meeting someone at the HEB to sell the HEB that I put the order in. And it wasn't the one across the street from my house. It was the one a little bit further away. So I drive to it. I meet somebody there to sell them a pair of shoes, okay, for Christmas gift for them, for their people. And then on the way there, right before I left the house, I called the HEB. I said, hey, listen, this is Jordan. I'm going to be there in a few minutes. Can you fulfill my order a few minutes early? It was like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, and they're like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, this is, and she's like, oh, this guy from Jordan. I'm like, it's Jordan, a guy with the eggnog from earlier. She's like, oh, eggnog guy from earlier. Let me go get your eggnog. She's like, I'm going to go get it right now.
Hilarious.
It's been 3 hours since 3.5, 4 hours since I initially called.
Uh-huh.
She's like, oh, yeah, I'm going to go get it right now. And I'm like, as soon as she says it, I'm like,
it's not there.
you've got to be fucking kidding me. So I go meet the guys to do the shoes. And while that transaction's happening in the parking lot, I get a notification. It says there's been some substitutions on your order.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I look up and it's fucking Borden. I said, God damn it.
That's hilarious, bro.
I was livid, dude. I was beside myself. I vented to the guys that I sold the shoes to, okay? Because I was upset.
Yeah.
So I immediately clicked the remove because I didn't fucking want that shit. So I took that off my order, and all I had was on there was peanut butter now because I added peanut butter to the order.
Yeah.
So I go up to the curbside. She's like, and I'm like, hey, I'm Jordan. She's like, oh, eggnog guy. She's like, yeah, I got it. I'm on top of it, bro.
That's hilarious.
I'm gonna help you out today. No, I'm like, listen, actually, it's sold out. And I was like, honestly, I'm really upset right now. I had to like compose myself. I was like, honestly, I'm really upset right now. I called in specifically so that this would not happen. And here we are.
Oh
boy.
Gosh.
I was.
Oh boy.
No, this isn't where it stops.
Oh, okay.
So I go and I'm like, can you please look up another location nearby and see if they have inventory, please? She's like, yeah.
This was on Christmas Eve, by the way.
No, this is Saturday. This is Saturday.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This is actually Christmas Day.
And so I'm like, can you please? She's like, yeah. And then she's like, you still want the peanut butter? I'm like, yeah. So I get the peanut butter, and I'm waiting, and she comes out, and like 60 seconds later, she's like, those two people, it was two employees, they're getting into a car. I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
She's like, they just came from this location. She shows me the address on her phone of another HEB. She said they have some. They just came from there. I'm like, okay, fine. So I get in my car. I blitz over there. It's another 10 to 12 minute drive.
Yeah.
I'm on Far West now. Okay. Originally,
Damn. This is like it's like you're going after a Turbo Man.
I was gonna say this is jingle all the way.
So on the way, I call. I'm like, hey, listen, I need some eggnog. I hear you guys have some. They're like, yeah, we have some. Can you please check and see if there's any? Can you go look? And she's like, yeah. Let me look in the system real fast.
Did you wait another 3 hours before you went to that
No.
location
I was
too?
like, I'm going there right now. I was like, I'm on my way to the eggnog. I heard you guys have some. She's like, yeah, we have 23 units. I'm like, oh, yes.
Fuck yeah, I'll take
Fuck
23.
yeah, I'll take them. I was like, can you just go double check for me or whatever she said? And I was like, can you just go grab them for me is what I told her. Can you go grab them for me? I need 4, okay? Can you go grab them for me? A half gallon, 4 half gallons. Can you grab that for me? And I was like, wait, where do I meet you? She's like, I'll put them at register 1. I'll have them for you. Sometimes the accounts look like a couple off. And I was like, okay, cool. She's like, yeah, just like a couple off because people will grab them between looking and whatever. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, I'm on my way right now. I'll be there in like 10 minutes, dude. She's like, no problem. So I go, and mind you, I've just actually also told her what happened to me earlier in the day. Because I'm pissed. I'm not enjoying this. I'm frustrated. This is bullshit. So then I show up, and I walk to register 1. I see nothing. There's nothing there. There's no one. There's nothing.
That's hilarious.
I'm like, you know what? It was quick. I'm like, I'll probably just go back. I'll probably run into her when I get back there. I get back there, and as you know, they sell the eggnog on the end aisle. The aisle, what do they call those? At the end of the aisle?
I don't fucking
the
know
end
what it's
cap.
called.
End cap. Yes. So it's on the end
okay.
cap. Yeah. Thank you. So it's on the end cap. I turn around, and before I even look at the label on what was sold in that area, it is the emptiest section in the entire store. There's nothing. There's absolutely nothing. And I bypassed. I said I couldn't be it. It couldn't be it. I turn around and I look back, and of course that's the eggnog section.
Oh,
I
God.
go to the front. I'm like, she must have grabbed them. She must have grabbed them.
Yeah, at least.
She had to have.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm like, I walk to the front, and I'm like standing, and I was like, took me like 60 seconds to like figure out what's going on. I guess I was just like trying to get somebody's attention, and I hear this girl bagging groceries, and she's like, hey, can you go bag these? I gotta go get this. Somebody just called. Customer just called me. Said they need some eggnog. I'm gonna go up there and I gotta go grab it real quick. And I was like, I looked at her and I put my fingers like you do the YMCA.
Yes.
I put both of my fingers. I pointed to myself and I was like, me. It was me. And she walks over and I was like, hey. And she's like, oh, did you get some eggnog? And I was like, no, I just went back there. It's empty. She's like, oh, then we're all out.
Damn.
And I was like, fucking bitch, dude.
God damn it.
Yeah, seriously.
Is there a happy Christmassy part of this story?
I'm waiting.
So then
Santa Claus drops him off some fucking eggnog.
So then I'm like, oh my, you've got to be kidding me. I'm like, dude, this is so frustrating. And she's like, I'm so sorry. And I was like, listen, is there any chance you're going to get more tomorrow morning? And she was like, I don't know. It's like, I mean, I guess I could. Let me see if I can find out for you. So she gets on the phone, and as I walk just around her while she's on the phone, I sit down on a chair and obviously my head hanging,
crying,
tears,
yeah.
Hanging like a stocking on a
like
above my fire.
Yeah. Hup up cry.
Charlie Brown music playing in the background.
Oh,
yeah,
awful, heartbroken,
yeah.
Devastated. She gets on the phone. She calls. She's like, oh, okay, yeah, all right. Hangs up. I look at her. Doesn't look at me. Makes a second phone call. Okay. And then she hangs up. She goes, okay, cool. She goes, actually, I won't know. And she's like, it's above my pay grade. Here's how it works. Basically, they have some in a warehouse locally. And if we get the dairy truck that comes at 9, it may have it. It may not.
Yeah.
You need to just call at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning to find out when we first open.
Honestly, you should have just gone there first.
Jordan.
So I go
You
home.
should have gone earlier.
I
should have gone earlier.
I should have, but I didn't know that curbside would abysmally fail me, okay, in the way that they did. She told me, I tell her the story, she tells me, yeah, you can't trust curbside. Like, she was like, yeah, basically it's a
Them
different...
motherfuckers at curbside, don't trust them.
She was like, they're a different breed. And I'm like, all right. And I'm like, all right. So the next morning...
So this is Christmas Eve now. So
now it's Christmas Eve. Now
you've spent the night sleeping in your car in the parking lot. Anytime there's a sound, you wake up, you look out your window, you think it might be the dairy truck.
Exactly.
So here we go.
So it's Christmas morning. It's Christmas Eve morning, and I get up at like 6:15. Okay, I call like 4 HEBs.
Oh my God!
And you won't believe the eggnog, the HEB that had eggnog.
Is it mine?
Burn It Road, baby.
Hell yeah! I was gonna say.
And I'm like, hey, wait, listen, do you have eggnog? Everybody was like, no, we don't have, no, we're not. And then I call Burn It Road.
I was gonna tell you, bro.
And
we
I
have
run over
eggnog all the time.
See, I was gonna call you and ask you to get some for me. Honestly,
I would have.
I don't know if you were up at 6 a.m.
My God.
It's a Christmas miracle.
wait, it's not over. I get there. Okay, I call.
Wait,
like,
it's not over yet.
I call and I'm like, it's Gary. Gary answers the phone.
Yeah.
Okay, and Gary's like, I'm like, hey, do y'all have any eggnog? I first get on the phone, then she transfers me. Gary takes the call. He's like, yeah, it's Gary. What's up? I'm in produce or dairy, and I'm like, all right, great. Hey, do you guys have any eggnog? He's like, oh, it's your lucky day. I'm right here. Let me look. He's like, yeah, we got 12 right here. There's 12 of them. I'm like, dude, can you please grab 4 of them for me? I'm having a hard time. I need the eggnog. And he's like, yeah, no problem. I got you. Like, it's good. I'm like, great. I'll be there in like 15 minutes. Like, I'm on my way. Please hold those for me. And I was like, wait, who do I ask for? And he's like, Gary or Charles. I'm like, great. I walk in. I blitz to the back. Out comes Charles through the cooler. And I'm like, Charles. He's like, what's up? And I'm like, dude, I need some eggnog. And I was like, I think Gary was his name. He said he was holding them for me. He's like, oh, yeah, they're right over here. We walk over to the cooler. And I was like, no. He like got 4 for me. Like he was holding them for me. And he was like, no, I was right there. He didn't do that. We just left him there because we knew we weren't going to be busy. I'm like, you motherfuckers.
That's
Nobody
hilarious.
gives a fuck.
That's so funny.
But they had them.
But they did have them. But I do want to include one detail here. When I woke up at 6 a.m., it was torrentially raining. Okay.
Oh, yeah, it was pouring.
Yes, it was pouring so hard. People were driving down the road with their fucking flashers on.
Yes.
And I was out in there. Did I get up at 6 a.m., call several HEBs, and drive to one that was inconvenient for me to get eggnog?
Absolutely.
You don't get between your boy and his nog, and
That's
definitely not around Christmas time.
Oh, absolutely.
I'll tell you that much.
It was a Christmas nightmare.
Ooh.
And a Christmas miracle.
Well, Bell Nation, welcome to the show. Welcome to the Cheesy Gordita Bunch podcast. I'm your host, Nick Ortiz. With me, as always, my co-host, DJ Dill, S to the Ubway. What up?
What's up? How's it going? Only a half hour deep.
Yeah.
We're right here.
And then, of course, the nutmeg in this eggnog, Jordan Craven's Krenek. What's good, eh?
Let's go.
Interesting
And the other
story.
member of our show, the guy who might have yelled at you at the grocery store the other day about eggnog.
And you know what? I do want to say, to that point, though, you should have gone earlier. You should have gone on the day,
you're
on
right.
the 23rd, when you set up your curbside, you should have done it right then and there.
I could have. You are correct.
You should have.
But you're right. I should have. But I also thought I could rely
You
on the
can't
people
rely
at
on these
ACB.
motherfuckers being paid $12 an hour. I'm sorry.
You're not wrong.
Like, these
Apparently.
motherfuckers are, and that's one thing, too. A lesson for everyone. Just go do it yourself. Just go do it yourself. You think hey, this coupon doesn't work. You don't want to go to self-checkout. Talk to somebody. You know what I mean? Like, just do it yourself. Or make your own eggnog. But don't do that. Fucking HEB eggnog is like bomb as shit.
It's
You
the
know,
fucking
it's so
best.
good.
Like, yeah, nobody's gonna make it better than HEB for sure.
No, absolutely. But Bell Nation, thank you for joining us on this joyous occasion. A few days before New Year's, which is exciting. One last episode to send you off into the 2024.
Yeah, here we go.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for helping me out
I didn't
here.
know what to say next.
Who the fuck's excited about 2024? Anybody out there excited about 2024?
Your boy
Yeah,
right
I
here.
didn't think so. I didn't think so.
I mean, I'm pretty excited. I think this year, I think what we should do is just kind of recap the year. How do y'all feel about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What'd we do this year?
Wait.
Well, hold on. Before we do that, I just want to say.
I want to ask. Do we want to scrap this one and just?
I was gonna say we could do
Let's
a
just
mac and cheese the
next year.
beginning
Yeah.
beginning of the year. Yeah,
Yeah,
we can talk
all right,
about.
all right. Let's just talk today then.
Yeah, let's just talk.
Yeah.
Personally, I had a pretty great year. I don't want to like brag or anything, but one, I got married, which is fucking amazing.
That's incredible.
It was incredible, dude.
Yeah. No, it's amazing.
Honestly, like at the beginning of the year, I was like, it seemed like really far away. It was literally 11 months away. So when it finally happened, I thought I was going to be a lot more nervous just because it was like execution. But like Nora and I put a lot of fucking work in the front end. I had some really amazing people helping me. Shout out
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yes, and thank you. Yes. But also
I didn't
like
do anything, to be clear.
that's not true. You showed up on time. Oh wait.
Wait.
I was on time.
Oh wait. And what else?
I was on time.
My nephew was born, which is fucking awesome.
Amazing.
He's adorable ass little boy. Traveled some throughout the year. Just a lot of really good stuff had happened this year. So I don't know. I think all in all, I had a really great year. I'm very excited to see what 2024 is because, people friends of the show don't know, but I'll be moving to Connecticut in like May or June, which is going to be fucking cool. I'm excited to see what that new chapter holds for me and Nora, which is awesome. But I would say all in all, if I were to give it a rank out of all of the 32 years, I would say it was at least in my top 2 of best years.
That says a lot.
Yeah. I would say my very best year, the year I peaked was when I turned 10. Yeah.
That's
Nice.
10's a good year for me
that's
too.
a good age.
10 was a good year. Yeah, double digits. My first time. First time hitting double digits. But yeah, which one do y'all want to go next?
Yeah, so this year was great. My son was born, Nick's nephew.
That's amazing.
Thomas was born this year. It was a really amazing year. 2023 was great for a lot of different reasons. As much as we jest and joke and as much as there is like a on the horizon that's kind of scary in 2024 in terms of what we normally talk about on the show, really, really excited about the good things that it will yield as well.
This year I turned 30.
Welcome.
It was
And he wears glasses now.
Yeah. They're blue light, to be fair.
Oh, okay.
But it's because want to protect my eyes. This year was it was interesting. I made some big decisions. Made some big decisions relationally.
Mm-hmm.
I made some big decisions financially.
Uh-huh.
I was able to reach some goals and new metrics, if you will.
Got that eggnog?
Got, that was probably the highlight
of my year.
Yeah, was
3 days ago.
Yeah, on Christmas Eve morning.
I finally had a good year 3 days ago.
That would be like the greatest. Sorry to interrupt you, Jordan, but really that Jordan story would just make the greatest Christmas story of all time.
I agree.
Sorry.
The triumph of the nog was a big deal. This was my first year I made the turkey.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I remember you telling us.
Turkey Dunk 2023.
That's
was,
hilarious, bro.
Epic, dude. It was an epic time.
Now you can't say you don't cook.
I guess I can just say I don't cook well.
I'm a cook, just not very good at it.
Yeah. Man, it's difficult for me to slow down and look back in the past. Like, it's so funny because, if I am in my romantic relationships, I tend to have a partner that wants to talk about their day.
Yeah.
Right, which is fine. I guess.
I'm just not interested in your day.
I just don't really give a fuck. Yeah, but for me, I struggle having to look back even at my day. I'm like, what did I do today? I'm like, I don't fucking care. Listen, these are the things I have to do next.
Drank eggnog, slapped. Eggnog, sleep, podcast, Taco Bell, eggnog.
That's fucking hilarious.
That's
oh, you can't forget all about the Japanese and Korean snacks he's getting.
Oh man, those are so cool, dude. I will have to. We might have to do a little bit on the show on this. Honestly.
Oh yeah, I'm game. My local corner store sells some of those chips. Like I had a hot pot it's like hot pot teriyaki Lay's. They're fucking bomb. They're really good. Or like some fish. I forget what type of fish it was, but. Yeah, they're really fucking good. Jacob actually put me onto them.
Tilapia flavored.
Oh.
So is it one of those subscriptions, Jordan? Like you get them in the mail, or?
Oh, I don't do those. I don't do those.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
he actually dumpster dives for them at the Kmart.
Yeah, that's
at
what
the
it
Kmart.
Yeah. No, there's a guy, and if I won't reveal the name yet because in the future we're working on some collaborations possibly.
Okay.
Yeah,
cheesy gordita bunch flavored Lay's.
AK. That's so funny.
Buffalo, a Baja Blast greatness flavor.
Ooh, that would be fire. But no,
have y'all
I'm
tried
grapeness? That's fucking funny. I'm trying to get a relationship built with this person, so
okay.
That way I can get a bunch of free snacks.
Well, as long as they don't tell you about their day, I think y'all be good.
Yeah, because I could not care. No, I have a hard time reflecting. It's so weird. Even I reflect constantly, but it's usually on how could I have done this thing better? No, it's I do reflect often, but I don't spend that much time there. I do it every day, but I reflect on something and when I feel like I could have done it better, then I really take my time with it. But
so you can't reflect on your year because you did it perfectly.
No. There's probably
you
a lot,
can't look back
on
your year because you can't remember what happened yesterday.
Exactly. I'm so focused on the future. It's so difficult. I think it's part of the reason I don't remember any of my dreams. I wake up and I'm like, okay, what do I have to do?
Yeah.
And it's
you forgot that you slept.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then I just keep it pushing. But no, it was there were some interesting things that happened this year. Paid my car off. That was really nice. Yeah. Then a bunch of shit happened to it.
Yeah.
As well, which is fucking bullshit.
Ain't that how it works?
Yeah, but I mean, I still got a lot. Most people fucking total that bitch or something.
Yeah,
that
for sure.
Happen, so I'll be alright. I'll be alright.
Nora paid off her car too, which is fucking awesome.
Oh, high five me for Nora. Yeah, boom. That's a big deal.
I paid off my car this year too. Actually.
Yeah, who cares?
Did you really? Did you really?
I did. Yeah, I did.
Oh,
that's
congrats.
great. So did my girlfriend.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, she paid hers off, which is great.
Hey, look at us. We got our titles.
Fucking
we got our
shit
titles
together.
this year.
And we have crazy. I don't know. We have a $3,000 asset. That's it.
I paid my car off last year, And I bought it from Long's Motors here in Austin. Don't ever buy a car from Long Motors here in Austin
black
because yes, my Honda Fit, So fucking it got lost in the mail. Allegedly. My
Your title?
Yes, my
Oh,
title allegedly
shit.
got lost in the
Nah,
mail.
that's some bullshit.
So
dude.
I got to go to the DMV, and I'm like, I'm not doing that. So I just gave my brother my car.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
Wow.
That's cool though.
yeah. I mean,
I mean,
completely
I
paid
mean-
off.
those whoever. That's
Whoever-
interesting. That happened to you this year. Didn't that happen this year where they stole your car twice?
No,
That was this year,
no,
wasn't
no,
it?
that wasn't. That was last year. That was last year.
Oh my God, that was one of the funniest things. I've
That
ever
was
heard.
hilarious.
I'm pretty sure that was this year though.
Was it?
Pretty sure.
I think you may be right. I think it happened at the beginning of the year. My
Yeah.
car got stolen
Sure.
twice.
How would you know, Jordan? I thought you only looked forward.
Oh, but you don't forget funny shit like that. That's for sure.
Yeah,
I can't. I feel like it was longer than that, but I could be wrong too. 'cause
I
I'm
do
the
feel
same
like
way.
it was last year, but I know for sure. Oh, it was last year. It was like October is when they
Oh,
stole my
okay,
shit
okay,
last
okay.
year. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Fucking
not far from a
motherfuckers.
year. So
That's
within-
actually over a year now.
I know,
yeah.
but it's not far from it.
But
Jordan's like the highlight of my year this year was when I remembered when Nick's car got stolen. Which is also this year, I think.
Yeah, I don't know, man. You know, it was interesting year. I think that like I've been able to integrate some good disciplines this year. You know, there's a long way to go, but I studied a little bit more this year. I didn't read, you know, the way I wanted to, but I think I'm gonna do that next year.
That's good.
Yeah.
I feel like I've done a lot more reading this year than I have in previous years. I've really changed my mindset on a lot of things, and I will say I stopped giving a fuck about my diet. You know, and but mainly because like I was exhausted from doing it. You know what I mean? I was like, this shit sucks. I like to fucking eat. I really like to eat, you know, and
Sure.
maybe it's because of my upbringing and shit like that. But like the stress of it, like really put me down. But what I realized is that there are ebbs and flows in everything, you know. And for me personally, I think in the coming year, I mean, this past year I did a lot of cooking. You know, I really Nora got into like baking bread, you know, cooking like really fucking good meals. And I think that's kind of just preparing us to like move to Connecticut where there's like no fucking fast food. You know what I mean? At least in the town that we're going to, it's like we're really trying to prepare ourselves. So I think my goal for the coming year is to be more like, I guess like anti-capitalist in my practices, not just in like my rhetoric and what I read. You know what I mean? But like more of like taking the convenience out of things. You know what I mean? Because I think convenience is a really big way to like oh, I'm okay with like Jeff Bezos making his employees pee in bottles, you know, because that gives me $1 shipping next day. You know what I mean? And just kind of change my mindset about that. So that's what I'm really looking forward to in the coming year.
Canceling that Prime subscription, I see.
I haven't bought anything from Amazon in like 2 years. It's mainly Nora who like buys shit
Nice.
from Amazon and shit. So
Oh, you're
Yeah.
gonna have to get rid of her then.
I can't. I'm
just
married.
kidding. I'm just
I'm
kidding.
married now.
I'm just kidding.
But yeah, that's what I'm really looking forward to. I'm like sincerely like I can't wait to move to Connecticut because it feels like a slower pace than like Austin, you know. And like I don't know, it's exciting more than anything.
Yeah, and I'm gonna sprinkle more things for my year in. But Devin, how about you? What was talk about your year a little bit?
You did.
Okay, so this what I'm looking forward to, like I mean this year, like everything this year revolves around being a new father, having you know, that absolutely change your life and your perspective in the best possible ways, but also requires a lot of like adjustment and change. So one thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing a dry January. Going to be doing like an entire sober month of January to start off the year.
Dry,
Nice.
no sauce. You mean?
Dry guy.
No sauce, but
Got it.
you know, yeah, no sauce, just dry all the way. A dry guy through and through. Yeah, no, dry January. I'm gonna do that. And then yeah, I think it's gonna just be continue to like save money, been a big one. Save money and focus, like, once again, kind of on, like, what Nick was saying, the simplicity of things and how to live simply and easily. That's going to be, like, my guide, I think, through the next year is really to focus on that. And
Devin,
be, grateful for, and, like, cognizant of how I live.
Devin, I want to.
That's big shit, by the way.
Yeah, that's all super good stuff. Seriously, like, give it up for it. And so, but Devin, like, as far as saving goes, dude, you should call me. Seriously, I'm like really good at this. So if you want to save some money, I can give you something that will work.
All it's gonna take $5,000 up front. All right.
So let me tell you about eggnog. Okay, eggnog.
I'll take over and switch a little bit though, and say I did visit 2 new countries this year, which was cool. So I went to, for my birthday, I went to
Israel. Yeah, I went to Israel
and Palestine. Those are my 2. No, I went to Panama and I went to Costa Rica, and those are 2 really cool places.
Yeah, that's badass.
Yeah. Nice. Costa Rica I think was more beautiful. Panama.
You had
was
that bomb ass mac and cheese, right?
Oh my, that was in Panama, but oh my god, that was probably one of the best things I've ever tasted. Definitely the best mac and cheese I've ever had.
Nice.
Wow.
But yeah, we'll talk more about that.
Segue into next week's episode.
Yeah.
Seriously. Oh my gosh, I'm very excited for next week's episode, or the next episode, just because we are finishing up the history on mac and cheese, and I mean, again, surprise, like Black people have cultivated food for America, and just don't get the same credit as they probably should. So I'm really excited to dive into that. But before we put a pin in this episode,
I have one more thing that I'd like to talk about too.
Yeah, please.
Okay, so before we go, I think let's keep it real here. I mean, let's go around the room. Talk about your fast food moment of 2023. What was the best thing that happened to you in 2023?
Easy.
Can I go first?
Easy. Burrilla tacos from Taco Bell. That was
this year?
Yeah, that was
bomb.
Yeah, that was the best thing I tasted all year. I regret not ordering that like almost every day while it was there. I should have. Yeah. Those were fucking absolutely banging. And then there was other things like, I don't know. I get a lot of free shit when I go places sometimes. So like, I just
I harass the employee into giving me free shit.
No, it just is nice, So I just make it happen a little bit. You kind of bring a little juice to the interaction, I guess. But
I completely forgot about the video.
Oh, dude, that was the best.
Yeah, I forgot about that one.
Yeah,
I would say my fast food moment of the year. I discovered a place like maybe a mile from my apartment that does amazing croissant breakfast sandwiches.
There's nothing like a croissant.
Nothing like a croissant.
Yeah.
And me personally, I don't really fuck with bacon that heavily.
Really?
Yeah, and so I always get sausage, egg, and cheese.
That makes sense. I usually
it's
see
breakfast sausage, egg, and cheese.
You just slurp it. They don't even chew it. Yeah,
fucking
you just swallow
croissant sandwiches, and they're amazing. I've made friends with the owner. He's cool as shit. I talked to him.
El dueño.
Yeah, it's really amazing. Check it out. Donut Crown on Burn It. Yeah, Donut Crown on Burn It. Highly recommend. 10 out of 10. They're good. They're cheap, and they were open Christmas Day, which was amazing.
And they sell donuts.
Oh yeah, they sell donuts. Yeah, the donuts are amazing too. I always get a cinnamon twist.
I fucking love donuts, dude.
But yeah, I would say my fast food moment was discovering that place.
Nice. A little local shout out.
Hell yeah, Donut Crown, baby. 10 out of 10. Leaving you a Google review.
I think I have another one, but Devin, you go.
Yeah, so mine was all the way back April 11th. Pull into Taco Bell on my lunch break. I just remember the sun was shining. It was peeking in through my window, just real nice. Like, radio was plugging away my favorite songs. Had the window rolled down, a little wind rushing through my hair.
What's left
and
of
I
it?
I pulled what's left of it. It rustled through my hair and then blew it off my head out of the window. It blew into the window of the car next to me, and they swerved, and they hit a fire hydrant. Then that fire hydrant started spraying water all over the street. Cars started swerving. Eventually, they had to shut down the entire intersection. but I was already in the Taco Bell drive-thru, ordering away. It was just a great day for me. And I got a cheesy gordita crunch with the Doritos Dark Roast Taco. And I took the long way home because there was a detour. I had to.
Oh, wow. That is a great story. Thank you so much for that. And Bell Nation, let us know what your highlight of the year was. What was your fast food highlight? Did you find a local place? Did you just really love the birria tacos? Or, did you just have a simple cheesy gordita crunch and that just was the highlight of your year? But let us know, cheesygordittabunchpod@gmail.com, or just let us know on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all the good stuff. And stay tuned till next week. Next week again, I say next week, but I mean next episode. Next episode, again, we'll be talking about the mac and cheese history. And, I'm really going to focus on our friend James Hemming. Yeah, James Hemmings. That's who we're going to be focusing on next week. And, of course, we'll touch a little bit on old Kraft. Did you know he was Canadian? You know he was Canadian?
No.
Yeah, he was Canadian-American. Can't fucking believe that shit. And follow us. And I guess Jordy.
I got nothing other than thank you. Thank you for listening all year. Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I love you guys.
For sharing
I love
us, for liking our content, for listening, for tuning in, and for looking forward to every episode when it comes out, and being a supporter, being a fan of the CGB, and we just appreciate you. That's it. This is one of my favorite things to do. Just do this show, and we get to do it together, and we get to have a lot of fun, and it's always good to have you, the listener, participate and be present with us. So stay tuned, keep listening. We appreciate you. We love you. Happy holidays, and that's it, dude.
Yeah.
Let's get the fucking scotch.
Yeah, let's get some eggnog.
Let's get some eggnog.
Happy holidays, everyone. But wait, listen.
What's that sound?
Is I think I hear Little Dill.
Little Dill?
2023 has reached its final conclusion. Now we'll go and drink some eggnog over at our friend Jordan's.
Oh my God, Little Dill, thank you so much. Stay Baja blessed, little baby boy.
Holla.
This show is made possible thanks to listeners like you. For more great Cheesy Gordita Network content, follow us on social media or go to cheesygorditanetwork.com to stay up to date. Thank you for your support and stay Baja blessed.